Hey yo, phethe Muzi la.
Esho nenhlanhla boy.
Hey,
What's up?
crazy. So I'm like, begging Guyanyani lo shine dust pink, uthi doodle pants, Vans. You're
Ish.
feeling very playful today.
Ish, yeah, no, a bit of color.
Bit of
Always
colour.
helps, yeah.
Is that like influential to how you're feeling today? Because I understand you had like domestic things that you had to take
Ish,
care
the
of.
plumber, man. Ish. Yeah, it took too long. But nah, man, I did my laundry, so this is the only stuff that was available.
Do you find therapy in doing your laundry?
No. Not at all. But yeah, nah, I've been chilling.
Thank you so much for honoring the invitation and joining us today, my brother.
Nah, it sounded cool, so like I just wanted to be, I haven't done an interview in a while, so yeah.
How's it been?
What, just chilling?
Stepping away, yeah.
It's been great. It's been nice, man. Like, yeah, I've just been at home with my kid. Yeah.
How's conversation changed with yourself during your sabbatical?
Yo. Ish, I like less complicated English. Like, give me the same sentence
Sure.
again.
You obviously took a step away from playing this year, right? And
Yeah.
you've been fathering,
Yeah.
making music. So what is that environment like?
Oh, then that's the best environment. Like, it's less tiring. Yeah, I'm not tired all the time. I'm not thinking too much. I'm just like enjoying my life really and being there for my kid pretty much. So yeah, I've been enjoying it, like, and also just stepping away from the dream. Like, think I started feeling like I was, for lack of a better word, like a slave to the dream, you know? So I just wanted to go and create again and not be on the chase. So yeah, and I've been enjoying it.
I feel that, man. Has this been the first time you stepped away from the chase?
No, but like before.
Comes in waves, ne?
Yeah, but before no one knew who I was, I guess. Like I was still doing my like producer, doing ads and stuff. Like I wasn't showing my face then, but I'd taken like a 2-year break, and then now, I guess like COVID sort of like the pandemic helped me go into this phase of just like stepping away for a bit and just watching and being a fan. So yeah, second time.
Amazing. So with like you stepping away from it and like sort of taking a sabbatical and having introspective or raising a child and being present in like so many pivotal moments, has the notion of like stepping away from the chase like made you feel like you have to differentiate between confidence and clarity?
Yo, you're using strong English, my brother. Yo.
That's how, but that's how. Hardy. So
yeah, okay.
Should I rephrase?
Yes, please.
Okay, confidence and clarity, my brother. Those two things. What does it mean for you right now in your life?
I think the clarity gives me confidence. You know, like I've always tried to like stick to like the art of things. So I'm very like introverted, and like I'm not really into the lights that much. So always having time to like be with like the people that I do this thing for like means more to me. So I've always tried to like have time to go out and like perform, and then I have time where I stop and create and just like do normal stuff, you know. It helps, that like helps me balance my life better. So yeah, the clarity like leads to more confidence, because I know that like in my actual life I'm doing good by the people I love.
And everything is followed after when you actually
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Your catalog of music is always associated to a particular feeling, joys, sadness, aspirations, and hunting dreams.
Yeah.
I think Afrovision itself was also like a pocket of like you giving us an introduction of like where, or at least like it was received from the audience as like, okay, Muzi's taking a stance in this particular genre. But earlier on, has the vision changed or is it still the same?
No and yes, yes and no. Like I think it's changed because I've grown up. So like I'm not the same person that made Afrovision, and also with that, I think like I've I'd like to think that I've become a better artist if I become like a better person. So like I see things differently. Like I've achieved stuff since Afrovision. So like the world is different to me now, and yeah, I'm not the vision is the same with regards to like I guess wanting to be wanting to be like spoken of in the same sort of level as like the producers I looked up to when I was growing up. So that vision is still there, like that dream, but also it's wider now because I've made a lot of people that like get what I'm doing, and I'm also fans of them, whether it's like other musicians or just like other creative people, and that has sort of made me think differently about where I want to take my career.
I hear you wholeheartedly, bro. When I think of like the Zano album, there's so many prolific songs there that I've attached and made use of in my life. And obviously, Zano being your daughter, celebrating or rather naming it in her life. As a parent, do you feel
Yeah.
as a parent, like early on, like as creative, like was it something that you knew that you wanted your life? Because I mean, ungumuzi ekaya, and you Muzi to us, fans
Yeah.
of yours. Was it something that was hard for you to attach your personal life to the Muzi or the superstar or the alter ego, if any?
I no.
So there's no difference between Umu.
Yeah, because
Okay,
like it's my name. Like that's why I don't have an alias. That's why I'm
For
not
sure.
like I. My mom actually told me that like she gave me like, and then John also my manager was like, yeah, no, just use your real name because like early on, this is like 2010. Like I wanted to come up with like a name for myself and all of that stuff, and it because I was still a producer then, so I was like behind everything. So like you get to see how artists are before you become the artist and whatnot. And I think those things that I liked and things that I didn't like. I didn't like the whole like it looked to me like a play. Like when you're your real name, you're different, and then when you're that thing, like the alias, you're something else. And I kind of didn't want to be like that. So yeah, me just saying Muzi, like that's my name. So I did that so that I wouldn't have to like separate myself, and I wouldn't like think that I'm bigger than anything or whatever. I'd always like remain normal, just like my mom's kid.
Flowers to your mom, my brother.
Oh, she's amazing. She's dope.
She was she the one who had aspirations for you to be a doctor?
Yeah. Oh, snap! You did a research. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And now, like, I guess her presence in your life is like living through your art.
Yeah. Like that's I use my art to heal, right? Like I've always, even when like I was a kid, like I was the last born at home, and I sort of just like it started early on, like with me seeing, I guess how I or what I didn't like about the world and what I liked about the world and stuff. So like, so it's in. Yo, I haven't done this in a while, man. Yo, hello.
Be
Everyone.
patient, my brother. Hey. We chatting.
Yeah, so it's like I've just always like I've always wanted I never wanted to be part of like anything that would that would like give my ego like a false sort of idea and stuff, regardless of what happened in my career, and I don't know, that thing carries me in a way.
Your music is so like it's like a make of like so many different emblems and sounds. I mean, we see the Daft Punk inspiration, which is like a big. Show them now. Let's see.
Is this like bad for TV?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Eternal flowers to them.
Yep. It's serious.
Those are the ones that made you believe.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the music, I think we've had so many projects of like what you've gave us that gives us an idea of where you could take it and what's it about and the feelings that related to it. The other component, I want to ask you, like, how do you then, if ever, think about the visual aspect of it? What does that look like or feel like for you? You've given us some memorable, joyful, playful,
Yeah.
music videos. Intergalactic was a little bit more serious, like you were in the
Yeah.
desert, high level production, leather jackets, like you were Daft Punk there, you know. So
Yeah.
so yeah, man, take us through the visual side of the music you make.
Man, I don't think about it that much. You know, like I don't like visually. I'm also like with even my own eye. Like I'm still growing, so I still need help with like people that actually know how to shoot properly and all of that. So like I reach out a lot to like people that I think are good, and I just see that as something that like will keep on getting better the more I invest in it. Like in my career, like I don't mind making mistakes in front of people and stuff like that. So like all of it for me is like learning, as long as I can get to reach like a place where I'm the best artist I can be at that time. Like that's how I think about it. So I always know that okay, I need to take it to the next level. But all of it is just like ideas that happen like in a day. Like I'll be listening to a song and be like, oh yeah, this will be cool. Yeah, let's go, let's find like, you know, like, and or sometimes with my friends, like we'll just drive around for like hours and just looking for spots. Be like, I've never seen anybody shoot a video there. Let's shoot now. And then we just jump out the car, we shoot the video, and that's it.
Damn.
So like I don't think about it like that much, because it's like I fight for just like the purity of the expression, and that's where I think my mind ends. Like I just want to express it like as well as I can, and then leave it at that. So yeah, I'll also find out how it's gonna look, you know, visually and stuff. I don't know.
That's beautiful, man. You speak of that purity, right? And being in spaces that are outside of home, what are emblems that you have adopted through your global travels that you've sort of inflicted into your music? It can be a feeling, it can be a memory, it can be memories, like some of the intangible things.
The biggest artists are the coolest artists. They chilled. And so like I've always looked at that as something that maybe I wanted to be also, like the number one top 10 artists in the world are like the super relaxed, and then me people are there are like very egotistical and stuff like that. So I think that's one thing that I've been lucky to be able to see, like the behind the scenes of like a lot of like these like celebrities' lives and stuff, and that always stuck with me. Like the guys that would be family oriented, or the guys that would like I got a lesson from like this like one of the biggest like electronic bands, like they called The Prodigy, and we're at a show and it's like 10,000 people and it's going crazy, whatever. And then when they're done performing, he passed away. His name was Keith. Like I don't know if you know the band, but like when everything was over, he was like, "You see that guy? The guy that was on stage going crazy, doing all this stuff, and 10,000 people saying his name." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "This is not that guy." Because he was off, and we're just like chilling at the back. So like lessons like that always stick with me, because as much as you can have all the success and stuff, there's still a normal life that you just have to live, you know. So I wanted to be strong in that department, and I've been lucky enough to meet like artists that are bigger than me that give me that sort of like knowledge, because I want to do this for my whole life, so I don't want to like crash or whatever in the process. Yeah, so
I hear you, man.
yo, this is sounding deep, bro. Damn, like yo, hey.
Introspective. We haven't done these in a while, so
Yeah.
I guess we answering questions to ourselves that we didn't know we needed answers to in a very light-hearted manner.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get even more deep, if I may.
I know, it's fine. Do your thing.
How does Muzi give love and receive love?
Yo, okay, don't do that thing.
I mean, yeah.
Receiving is hard. Receiving love is hard, and I think that's like something that I'm teaching myself. And I think having Zeno has helped me, I guess, learn how to receive love. The giving part was like always, I guess, the thing I felt that like I needed to do, or the thing that like I was taught, like how I was brought up at home. But I guess now I'm trying to find this like balance of it, of being able to receive and knowing that like I need to be open enough to like receive love so that I can give it, you know. And and also on top of that, learning to like love myself too. So yeah, like I think so how I give it would be, I don't know, I try to do as much as I can to make people feel like I'm thinking about them, I guess. Taking myself out of it and then making it about them. I think I do that even when with like music or performing and stuff. I'm trying to give people like a good time, you know, and a good experience, but also be able to talk about like things that I think about. So when you look at like the production, it'll be like a beat that is very like upbeat, like very electronic, but what I'm actually saying is kind of like sitting on the opposite end of that, you know. So I like that idea, like just looking at even like Brenda Fassie, how she used to like make her music. I like the idea of being able to have people dance, and then in the middle of the song they're like, what, like, damn, like he's hurting you know, or something.
Yeah.
So like being able to still talk about like my own humanity, but also just making it like fun and a bit like lighthearted, and not a sad song and it's a sad beat and it's sad chords and I'm crying in the video. You know, I don't like it when it's like that. I like it when it's weird and all over the place.
But it's not all over the place because we receive it as an organized.
I think it's all over, like not in a bad way, but like I'm very like my mind like scatters. Like if I have an idea, like like a thing happens where the idea wants to be respected so much that like I have to explore it completely, you know. And that sometimes makes me feel like I'm all over the place with regards to like my ideas. Like I want to do everything, but I want to explore it completely also. And that's why I take time between albums and all of these things. Like I want to be able to fully like explore it, and that's more, I guess, scattered than someone that knows what genre they make and who they like doing the music for. Like I never know, because I have to wait until I experience life and then look back at it and then be able to write like a story about what actually happened, but from a point where I can look at it maybe a bit more objectively. Yeah.
No, thank you for that, my brother. With you being like someone that creates from a place of knowing and understanding and very sure and confident in what they present to the world, what their humanity is and where they're from, looking at the ecosystem of like South Africa electronic music right now, do you feel you have a community?
Yes, there's definitely a community. The other part, like it's like I'm not always like sure. I just do it. I do it because like I in my confidence is in me wanting to try. So but like I don't think anyone is ever sure, you know. Like I hate studio sessions where like after the session and then it's like, oh yeah, we got a hit. Well, we don't know, you know, because that still needs to go out to people and stuff like that. So like I think with the part of like how it looks, like I understand it, but the inner working of it is very much like just like trial and error, you know. And then I just work really hard at how I present it, because at the end I finally get to what I'm trying to do, and then I'm able to like package it better. But the process of it is, I don't know, like if you're an artist that's like always sure, like I don't know if you're actually on the edge of your creativity, because that part is always scary. It's easier for me to make another Good Vibes Only and another like make another say, oh yeah, that's the album they liked, so I need to repeat it. But like creativity to me always feels like something that's new. Like I need to hear something different about myself in the songs. So yeah. I don't even know if I'm answering your questions, bro. I'm just talking away.
You're landing. We're still speaking about your community.
Yes. Oh yes. There's a lot of people that support me, and there's a lot of people that get what I'm, even me being here, you know, like this is community to me, you know, like there's people that like get what I'm trying to do. And for me, with regards to the way that I took, like that's like first prize, you know, because I didn't go like the sort of get hits radio way. I went streaming online artist way, and being able to like, I guess, get people around me that see it and that like support it like for what it actually is has given me that sense of like community. Like I know that like there's people that are waiting for me to drop the next project. Like everywhere I go, it's like, when are you dropping? And it's important because that's how we grow. Even not only from like artists to like supporters, but also with other artists. You know, like being able to sit with other like electronic producers, like share notes or talk about our inspirations and stuff. Like it creates something where it feels like we're all sort of moving towards the same goal, and it feels like we have a better chance at actually like succeeding. Now talking about putting South Africa on like a more global like level with regards to like not only like the genres that they pick that they like, but the genres that we like too. So it helps when we're all like, I guess, together, and even though we're doing things individually, like there's this thing of us doing it as a unit. Yeah.
Amazing, man. I read somewhere or watched somewhere that the dream is to score films.
Yeah.
Take us through that. I'm sure you have done
Yes.
scoring. Yeah. Is the process different as compared to making your own sort of innate music?
Yes, because like I see Muzi is like I produce for that like as if I'm producing for another artist. So I put my producer hat on and be like, okay, this is how I grow myself. Like, so I treat myself that way. And then when I'm doing like ads or scoring like documentaries or movies and stuff, like that's a completely different process, because now it's not coming from me like and what I'm feeling and stuff. It's looking at the visuals and being able to like interpret that, and that's a completely different process. Like the inspiration comes from what you're seeing on screen, and then you have to like score. Like I've done a few, but like I'm still like learning and growing in that, but it's definitely a different process.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's fun. It's why I'm quiet. It's why I'm quiet, man. Like I don't have like multiple like streams of like income or anything. What I do have is like one thing that I'm really good at that I'm able to diversify in. So if I'm an artist, like and I'm a producer and I'm a singer and I'm a songwriter, like these are like multiple places that I can play with in the music industry. So I don't always have to have a song that says Muzi for it to be a song I wrote and stuff. So I find it like it's a lot of fun being able to like look at songs and people are like, oh, this song is nice. I'm like, oh yeah, I wrote that, you know.
Yeah.
But you're just chilling at the back and like because that's what I wanted to do anyways.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be like on stage and all that stuff. I just wanted to produce. But like life led me to start performing my own stuff. So yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot.
What about South African youth you found like most fascinating?
What about South African youth I find most fascinating is that like when I don't think there's a more talented country. And like the thing that like saddens me sometimes is the infrastructure, that like from you being just like super talented to you actually developing enough to be like a world-class artist. that middle ground is kind of, things are getting better, like don't get me wrong, but like when I go to other places, they have like an infrastructure, like a way in which you can go if you want to reach those places. But so yeah, man, the talent here is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, beautiful, man. I think in the work you do, or in the creative arts in general, like it's mostly faith-based, right? What are your thoughts on spirituality, and like what does your support structure look like?
Okay. Spirituality. I bounce around between like different like philosophies, man. Like, I obviously like I grew up very like religious Christian. Then I started asking questions. Obviously, that's not that's not sometimes always welcome within like particular like religions. So I had to, I guess, try to find my own way. I also acknowledge my ancestors. So it's like, but these things are like, I keep growing and taking parts that I like and like adding on. I read a lot, so like Taoism, I read into that, like the idea that like there's a flow to the universe, and it's either you go with that flow or you go against it, and if you go against it, it leads to suffering and stuff. So like I try to take a bit from other like worldly thinkers and stuff when it comes to like my spirituality. Yeah. And what was the other thing?
It was just spirituality, and like how what we do is purely faith-based.
Oh yeah. Yes, to an extent.
Okay.
To an extent, like you have a body for a reason. Like I could sit and like manifest all day, but if I don't do anything, like we're living in a third dimension. So you got your body for a reason and stuff. So like it is faith based, like I guess, but after I've done the work. So I'll do the work and then I let it go. But that faith has to be, I think I package that faith with knowing that I work really hard, and I put my all into like the art that I do. And then I guess the faith part becomes easy because I'm already telling myself that, yo, this is dope, you know. So yeah.
Now I hear you. Now I will open the floor for questions. Anyone has a question?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a hand over here. Can you stand up so we can see you and greet you? Can you say your name and then ask the question?
It's a bit hard to stand up, yeah. Just give me a moment. Okay, cool. Hi, my name is Masakho.
Hello.
And, hi.
Hi.
And I'm also a creative. Just to sum it, yeah, creative. So there's a couple of questions I wrote here, but I'll just choose one from that. I just wanted to ask, because I'm coming here and this is the first time seeing you as an artist, interacting, like hearing you, right? So I just wanted to ask you, how would you sell your art to someone who is experiencing you for the first time? Yeah.
The way I like am, like I'm not good at like selling. I'm not good at like marketing myself. Like there's people that are really dope at that. Like I try to make my work so good that it sort of starts marketing itself. It's a longer road, but like it's been very like fruitful for me. Like, but over time, because it does the thing where it's I don't know. Like there was so like for my career, if I can tell you, like there's a time where like people are hearing songs that I produced, that I made, but they don't know me. You know, like and so I liked that road because I want to do this for my whole life. So I'm not really looking at peaking or having like this like really like explosive moment that I can't back up because I lack experience. So like when it comes to things like how do I sell myself, I just do me, man. Like if you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool. You know, like it's fine. Like I'm not for everybody. And I think sometimes even like with stuff like the internet, you know, when you look and you're seeing like new trends and stuff, and you're like, oh snap, oh I gotta spin it on my head now to like market a song or whatever. I'm never gonna do like anything that is gonna make me suffer in the future with regards to like my own personality. So yeah, I just put work out and word starts traveling, and the next thing you know, like I think it's a tough place that like the market puts artists in, the whole constantly having to prove your art and stuff. So I don't even play that game at all. So I think for your question, it's just like you work on the art, and the people that like love it will love it for real, and some people just won't get it, and that's fine too.
Thank you for that question. Is there anyone else who has a question?
Yo, I feel like I'm on some like Zen Buddhist stuff. Yeah, follow your heart. Do it, chica.
So, Muzi, every artist has that moment where they realize, and like, I think I made it. What was that moment for you like, and was it everything that you had anticipated on your grind?
No, no. Like in terms of like anticipated, no, because like you can't. It sounds cool, man, to say like, yeah, I knew what was gonna happen. You know, I knew like it sounds cool. It's a good style. It's a better style. But like honestly, I couldn't have known. You know, like I think when these moments start happening, my first moment was when was this? 2013. Like 2013, I think I got booked for Daisies for like the first time. And that was like a big moment for me, you know, like, but because I'd lacked experience, like, obviously I was like, I made it, I'm on Daisies, because when you're not experienced, you kind of think that there's like one event makes you or whatever. So, but I've had a lot of those moments that have sort of added up over time. I've had that moment. I've had the moment where I really felt like I was doing something good. Like I was playing Afropunk Paris, and like, oh yeah, so the stage was like, the DJ booth was like in the front. Like if you've seen me perform, like I like DJing and performing at the same time, but I couldn't really get on the stage, right? So the stage was kind of like almost my height, and I was like, man, I'm in Paris and I can't even like do my set like the way I want to. So for a whole like hour, I was jumping, I was jumping onto the stage, performing, going back down, DJing, and I was doing that for a whole hour, right?
Yeah.
Killer show. I was playing before Burna Boy. It was like crazy. So I was feeling like one of those moments where it's like, yo, okay, I need to show them what I do, so I need to do exactly what I do at home and not like water it down in any way. Set finishes, I'm tired, whatever. I'm going like backstage, and I'm going backstage. Chris Martin is there. Now, Chris Martin is like one of my like musical idols. I didn't know he was at the festival and stuff like that. And he was there, and he's like, yo, that's like one of the best shows I've ever seen. This. That's how I got like the Coldplay remix. It was from me like performing and just doing something crazy on stage. But that moment, when that happened, I was like, okay, okay, you know, because it was like, yeah, he waited for me backstage, and like we've become like good friends since then. But him doing that for me without him knowing how much he meant to me as an artist was like, it told me that I was doing something right with my life. Like I'm from Empangeni, dog. Like people always go, where's that? In what, Durban, you know, or whatever. So like I'm proud of that, but like it's my life has been very much like a less traveled route, but like I've seen so many beautiful things and so many moments that have like validated me and what I'm trying to do. So yeah, that Chris Martin moment was crazy, I won't lie.
Flowers to Chris Martin.
Amazing.
Is there another question? Yeah, we have two. Yeah.
Awe Muzi.
Show my boy.
Gren.
Angaphila it.
Awe G. I wanted to ask you, are you a know-it-all or... okay. Muzi, I wanted to ask you, are you a know-it-all or a learn-it-all?
I'm neither. I'm neither. I like learning things I'm interested in. You know, I don't know everything. I think the more I read and the more I learn, it just feels like I don't know much. You know, like it has that thing where it starts becoming this, oh wow, like, yo, I thought I knew, but there's other levels, you know, there's other things that you have to do and stuff. So I'm a fan of music. Like, I'm a fan of art. I'm a fan of art that has like that thing where it's like, yo, how did they come up with that? How did they think of that? Like, I love art that's not predictable and stuff like that, but that needs a lot of exposure to other art. You know, like your level of discernment of what is good and pure like changes and grows as you get exposed to more artists and stuff. So that then makes me want to learn more. But obviously I'm just learning what I'm interested in. Like the stuff that you can ask me that has nothing to do with music, and I'd be like, ish, you know, I don't have answers to that. But I like being a student. Yeah.
And we have another question over here.
Yeah, hello.
What's up, my brother?
Hey.
Yeah, I was interested to hear at the start you said you don't do this very often, so you're not really used to being interviewed. But I just wanted to say, first of all, I could listen to you all night. I mean, it's
Right?
fascinating what you
Right?
say. Yeah, and also I just wondered, you mentioned something which is very, I think, refreshing and different for what you do, which is you don't like to publish yourself. You don't like to put yourself forward. And I wondered if that puts you in conflict with your management team or with a PR team. Do you have to battle with them because they go, come on, guy, come on, big up things like, or is it just, or did he let you just be you?
Yeah, they let me just be me. Like, John is like amazing, like very experienced manager. So like he's seen different types of artists. You know, he's seen the artists that like go for the lights and get the #1 hits and do all of that, but then can't maintain it. Cause like everyone speaks of the dream. No one speaks of how you maintain your dream. Like when you're inside it, no one speaks about like the day to day of being a made person or whatever. So like I'm lucky that like I have really good people around me that just let me do what I want. Obviously, like earlier on, like we didn't have money and it wasn't practical and stuff, but like I felt like integrity was my gold. That's why I'm an independent artist, and it's me trying to own my career so that I never like have to face things like that where someone is telling me something that I have to do but I'm not comfortable with doing or whatever, you know. I think like there's so many ways to be able to go around like a career. I don't want to be the biggest guy in the world. I don't want that. You know, I don't want all of those lights. I don't want to I still want to go to like Pick and Pay and stuff and buy bread, you know. Like I value those normal moments more than like an hour in the lights, you know. So everyone that's around me thinks the same way. John has had a long career, and he also looks at it like that, that if you want to, as much as he had all these big artists, all of them had one issue: longevity. So none of them could stay around for long enough. And with how we're doing it, like with the whole thing of when you don't aim for the lights, you kind of always remain this like underdog. But that's the best place to be in, you know, because you run it, like you control the pace of your life. So yeah, I don't have any of those problems.
We have another question.
Yeah. Hi, Muzi.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Matandwa.
Hi.
Okay, question. During the course of the interview, you've spoken quite a bit about, I suppose, just like sources of your inspiration and why you do what you do. I'm interested in finding out what kind of musical legacy are you interested in building, particularly because you have in past interviews cited, you know, your mom as an inspiration, your daughter as an inspiration, and I'm really quite curious about what is the musical legacy you you are envisioning to leave behind in honor of your mother and in honor of your daughter, and moreover in honor of your larger community, because you're also quite staunch in the Zuluness. So I'm very, very interested in finding out what that legacy is for you.
Legacy. Ish. Okay. This is I used to have an idea of what I wanted to leave behind, like with regards to like my legacy and how I want to be remembered, like whether that's through me being like at the time like a young black kid, like trying to figure out life, but like having to quiet down my mind constantly and having to learn how the industry works versus my real life and which lane I wanted to go in, and like whose shoulders I was standing on, like all my inspirations, the people that came before me. Like at that time, I wanted to make like original music so that one day I could be sampled. So like that was my thing. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna sample anyone, so that I have like 100% publishing rights there when I'm in my 40s and 50s. You know, that was the thing. And then I lost my mom, and when I lost my mother, I couldn't see into the future anymore. Like something weird happened where like I couldn't see it anymore. Like it felt like legacy was gonna happen when I'm dead. So I'll never actually get to hear what people think about me. You know, it's like, so I sort of flipped that in a way, and I started being more intentional in like my like daily, and I don't know what that's gonna look like over time, but I hope like that it just creates a beautiful story. Whatever story it is, I hope it's a story where like people can be like, they can do exactly what they want to do. They can be like brave enough to like just go for what they actually want to go for, and not be influenced by like the market or by things that they actually not really like secure in. You know, like I hope if anything, it's that like a way it just happens. I can't, like, if you trust in what you're doing and you've got a good team around you and you've got people that like want to see your ideas, and you are also like hardworking at seeing your ideas come to life, like things start adding up because you start meeting other people that are like-minded, and it grows. And if anything, I hope I leave that sort of bravery with like, oh yeah, I see what you guys are doing. Oh, I'm doing this, you know, and like because it's not new. Brenda Fassie is an electronic musician. Chico Twala is an electronic musician. Like
Java.
Like all Mujava, all this, there's like a whole long lineage of it. Like, but it was never called electronic music at the time. It was just because it was popular music at the time. So like, but when you look at it from a genre, like what type of genre it is, like 4/4 floor, boom, pss, boom, pss, boom. You know what I'm saying? It becomes like the same thing. They're using computers, they're using samplers and stuff. So I also want to be part of that group. If there's a paragraph 100 years from now talking about African music and stuff, I want a little like sentence there, you know, like of just that speaks to, oh yeah, whilst all of that was going on, there was this guy that was just doing his own thing on the side, you know, and yeah, hopefully it leads more people to like, I guess, follow their own truth.
Mr. Zulu Skywalker, summed it up in such a beautiful way.
Oh, sending gosh, is that it?
No, ukona mnyufunu buzo. I think this is the moment where you give us the final note, my brother.
Yo, ish. Final note is there's an album coming out. I've worked really hard on it. All my albums have been about like other things. Like, so Afrovision is about like how I see African music and electronic music. Zeno is about my daughter. Stimulus Kulit is about my mom. Mama EP is about my mom. Intergalactic is how I joined Zeno and Afrovision together to make this like triangle idea I always had. This album is about me. So it's like the lens is like I was looking at it, I started imagining what I would say to my parents if I had a day with them. Like that's how the inspiration started. So all the music I love, I would hear in my dad's car. So I started imagining myself as an adult now, but chilling in the back of my dad's car with my parents. Like what music would be playing in that radio? What conversations would I have with them? And that's inspired this album. So yeah, I think that's all I can say for now.
Thank you. Ngicela ukuhaka mfethu. Yeah, ngicela ukuhaka.